Cheers, Daniel. Now we're sticking with sport as we're joined in the studio by three young women who have tasted sporting glory. Well, of a sort, that is.
Yes, these three Yorkshire girls have just flown back from China, where they competed in the International Cultural and Sporting Olympiad, no less.
Well, they came third overall, having competed in events such as cowhide rafting, cheese making and cow dung fire starting. Now, more of that in just a moment. But first, can we introduce you to Kay Robinson, Rachel Hargreaves and Sally Morris. Sally, if we can start with you, this must have been an amazing adventure. What was it like?
Oh, it was fantastic. It was unbelievable to go all the way to China. I think none of the girls that went had been before, so all the way to China, all the way to Tibet, where not many people travel to. The scenery was amazing. It was very cold when we were out there, but to do all that with several other teams was just a fantastic experience.
Kay, did you have to be sort of fit and have a sporting prowess to even stand a chance? You and three other girls represented the whole of Great Britain.
Yeah, well, it was through a selection process. We had to apply through Leeds City Council for the event, and they wanted people who had interest in culture and travelling, as well as a sporting background, because we were quite high altitude at 4,000 metres, so we needed that sports level.
And pretty cold as well, if we take these shots. Tell us what's happening here. What's happening here, Rachel?
This was I think about the third event. It was called a mountain climb with a 5 kilogram load. So actually in the backpack we had 5 kilograms in there. It was meant to be 5 kilometres, but as you can see the weather was pretty bad that day, so they reduced it to 2 kilometres. It was very, very cold as well. So
it still felt like 5.
5 kilometre climb became a kilometre run there.
I mean, run,
you had to really run it.
Wow.
Yeah.
What have you gained out of this, would you say then, Sally?
Well, I think we're all a lot fitter, that's for sure. It was just a gruelling week all in all, but we've met so many people from Australia, Korea, some of the Chinese teams. We've all kept in contact now, and I just think we're a lot more culturally aware of Tibet and the area that we went to. And
we can see some of the pictures now on the screen. Some of the party pictures. It looks like an almighty party to me.
There were reasons behind those.
Tell us about the, I'm interested, I know Krista was as well, about the cow dung fire starting.
Yeah, this
does not sound like an Olympic event.
It might be.
It was a mixture of cultural as well as sporting challenges. So one of the cultural challenges was to boil some tea, starting our own fire, and the fuel for the fire was cow dung. So we had to go and collect that and then start the fire and then boil our tea.
And Rachel, cowhide rafting.
Yes, it was a very small boat. We were sort of expecting quite a long, like canoe-style boat, and turned up and it was a little box, quite tinny looking, which we had to sort of pick up and run in, and myself and one of the other teammates had to push the 4 girls out and had to paddle out into the middle of this very cold lake.
It sounds like something Enid Blyton could have written. It sounds like a mad adventure.
It was.
But I can tell that you loved it, and you came third as well. So
fantastic, congratulations. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
OK, good stuff. Now, if you're popping into the Winter Garden in Sheffield over the next few weeks, you'll see some brand new sculptures on display.
It's all part of the Galvanise Festival, which promotes local metal design work. There's a flower, of course, but not one that you'll need any green fingers to look after. You might also end up with 2 aliens' eyes looking at you as you drop in to eat your lunch. I wonder where Harry was today. Unsurprisingly, this sculpture is called Making Heads Turn, or even Heads Will Turn.
And more news to make heads turn to. You'll know about this, Krista, all these tickets you've been selling.